Hi guys, how are you today? Please confirm if you can hear me. Cool. So let's get started. It's Friday. I have my pink mic with me, and it's time to do our regular AMA, which happens every Friday. So let's start. Last week, what was happening on Waves? Let's review this, and then we can move on to your questions. As you know, we had released Waves 1.5 a week ago. There is some issues with it, unfortunately. So during testing, we couldn't really expect those issues that would come up in production, unfortunately, because the setup actually involves creating some snapshot of the current Waves state. And in testing it worked, but in production we have faced some issues. So we're working to deal with those issues. And I think actually, so the release will happen a bit later. Currently, we advise the miners to roll back to the previous stable version. And that's what they did, including exchanges. No, nothing bad happened. This is not a pleasant situation, unfortunately, because I don't remember that it ever happened with our releases. But the setup is quite new and it's quite unique. And actually, yeah, we have what we have. So I think it's going to take us a bit more time to release the node. But a good thing is the development of units network is independent of this, actually, because those things that we need for the units for the L2 ecosystem can be implemented in the old node as well. We're not going to do it immediately. We're going to wait a bit because I think it's better to release the node as we planned and proceed as we planned, but in any case, it doesn't affect our release of units, and it's moving in parallel, so it's all fine. What else? So what I'm busy with personally, I'm personally very busy with bringing all things together for the launch of units campaign. And it involves marketing, obviously. There's going to be some ambassador marketing. We reach out to ambassadors, marketing agencies who work with ambassadors and influencers. So it all has to be done and brought together. No, so. And also there's going to be a campaign about staking. Those campaigns are usually called retro drops. This is what happens in other ecosystems. We're going to do that as well. And this is a different stream because it requires some smart contracts, landing pages, and it's a different thing. So I'm being involved in both of them currently. And proverbial next week should be mentioned here again, because I think next week you will see some results of my efforts. Basically, that's it. Two things, 1.5 and start of hugest ever marketing campaign for the launch of a new ecosystem. This is what I'm doing, guys. So now please ask me some questions, and in the end, I think I will review the next week. We have some nice launches parallel to what I have described just now. So it's like independent launches, and they're very nice, but maybe let's just not like distract you for now, and I will do some announcement at the end of this AMA. So now you can ask me any questions. So this chat is not really moderated, just a little bit. So you can FUD, but like don't be too rude, So please. Back in Dubai, yeah, I'm in Dubai currently, and I'm gonna be here maybe for a week or so. Yep. Did he realize his life? Yeah, I was testing because I'm like using Zoom now to broadcast on YouTube, and I've never done it before, so this is the first time actually. Because actually before that somebody helped me from the marketing team, but now we figured out how I can launch it myself. It took me a week to do that, guys. I'm not stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Yeah, it took me a week to do that. When in Russian, but okay, no problem. When are you gonna give me my money back for BTC? You can get your BTC back now. Investing, you have to invest through Virus and receive your BTC back every day without any loss. It's not instant, unfortunately, but on the other hand, you don't lose any funds. Any development from the neutrino index? Yes. Yes. Yes, actually, the guys are gonna launch a campaign on EVM chains. Let's put it like this. I won't give you the chain name for now, and this is gonna be a new index which will reach beyond waves, and this is gonna be like a more comprehensive index, so to say. And the launch is coming, guys. Yeah, because it's like an EVM product, it needs some new developments, but stay tuned, and you can actually ask Neutrino team what they're up to. But I can be a speaker for them as well. Yeah, so you can ask me, because I know, say huge like Donald Trump. I can't. It's like I'm not a native speaker, unfortunately. Maybe Donald Trump is not either, but it's gonna be huge. Yeah, huge. Like a Russian, I can say huge. uh, when this marketing campaign will be launched? Yeah, man, next week. Of course, everything's gonna be launched next week. Man. Like this is Waves, and this is me. I'm Sasha next week. Trump is against CBDC. What a chant. Yeah. It's like it's a different topic. Maybe we can discuss it maybe some other time. So it's very interesting what they're against, because like Trump is like pro-Israel. On the other hand, he's like anti-gay. So it's kind of like interesting. No, so he's always, those guys are for something that is beneficial for them. So like they're pro benefits for them. So that's it. It's not about any kind of like ideology or some kind of beliefs. It's only about power and money. What progress is fixing the node? Yeah, let me give you a more technical update. Basically, we think that there is some issue with the database, because as you know, not only new features were implemented, but also the database for the backend was replaced with a new one, with a better one. It has more features, but it looks like there might be an issue with this. And also, it might happen that the snapshot that we have made was corrupted, because everybody used the snapshot to bootstrap their 1.5, and it might happen that there was issue with this snapshot. Why is hard to say, and we have decided to remake the snapshot from scratch, turning on all the logs to check what is happening exactly, and we are waiting until Monday when the snapshot will be ready, because it takes time to create one. That's it. So on Monday, I think we will have clarity about what exactly had happened and about what we are gonna do next. So my thinking is this is because of the new database, and maybe there is some like side effect of a bad snapshot. Hey, Carlos is our Spanish ambassador. When is the wave coin rising? Tomorrow. Update on Numeris. Numeris probably is not gonna launch until units, unfortunately. Yeah, we kind of like lost momentum. I will be blunt. So synthetic assets are on the, unfortunately not on the testnet, as I tweeted last week, they're on the stage net. Next week, they will be on testnet, and maybe you will be able to take a look. Neutrino is launching on Ethereum soon. ERC22WX, I'm pinning the guys every week. I will pin them again now. But why are you not pinning them? I'm messaging the guys now. Sorry for this. Did you hear BH, our very active community member, with BH something? You should actually put your full name here because I don't remember what other letters you have in it. But I recognize you, of course. Did you hear Monster Hunt is moving to Solana? You don't want to stay with waves. Okay, good. Monster Hunt, Monster Hunt. What is? It's not ducks. Monster Hunt? You mean Duck Hunt? Duck Hunt is with waves. What's Monster Hunt, man? Could you remind me, please? Snapshot. Yes, snapshot. What about NSBT? NSBT will do fine if new index launches well on Ethereum, because like this development is actually being funded by the DAO, by the NSBT DAO, and NSBT DAO will benefit like directly if the launch is successful. What it means? It will mean that basically NSBT holders get profits from the new launch. What will happen to the XTN price when the basket is empty? I don't think anything awful happens, because as you know, or you don't know, but in this case, I'd like to remind you that you can't mint new XTN. You can only burn it. So without minting, there's no incentives to put anything into the treasury, obviously. And XTN price is going to be supported now, not with funds from the treasury, which was a life hack in any case, because it's like, as you correctly noticed, the treasury funds will be depleted soon. It will be supported by more sustainable mechanisms, namely miners buyback, as you know, is happening. It's like constantly happening. Part of wave inflation, 1/3 of it goes to buying back XTM and burning it. And it's not gonna stop in any foreseeable future. And maybe more important, momentarily, yes, for now, currently, is launch of units, because when we are closer to launch, when the marketing campaign is in the full swing, LTMP price might go up. And in this case, it's going to make sense to swap XTN into LTMP, which is the mining token of this new network. So if you have this token, basically you get the new token. It's like vesting, more or less. So this could work out pretty well if the launch is successful, because people will have an incentive to swap their XTM into LTMP because they can do that. And this swap is still working, basically. And it's going to work like indefinitely. You can swap your XTN into LTMP at 1-to-1 ratio. So it doesn't make sense now because XTN is more expensive than not expansive, but expensive than L2MP. But it might change. And in this case, there's going to be incentive for people to buy XTN and swap it into L2MP. So this is like two things which are important. And there is like some pools with liquidity and yield farming, but okay, this is something different. So my hope is mostly on L2MP swap, because this is like the mechanics that was kind of like meant to work. Unfortunately, it didn't really work, but it's time for it to work. And all those treasury swaps were meant to just maintain the price for the time being, and they can't work forever. So now the mechanics that was supposed to work should start actually working. So this is the plan. Unfortunately, Neutrino team does not answer in the chat. They're very busy with development. They don't have any like speakers. I'm a speaker for them, but they do answer sometimes. Ask again, Mr. Perks. Hi, man. Did anyone find a seat for? Remind me. What are you on about? I don't remember this. Oh, Korean guys here. Hello, Korean. We actually start working with, oh shit. Shit. I reloaded the page. But it's a weird. Yeah, we start to work with new Korean community managers. Let's see how it goes. If you have any ideas about Korean marketing, reach out to me. My goal, marketing-wise, is to crack the mystery of Korean market, because it's a very opaque thing for me. I don't really understand how you guys operate there. So I understand that it's mostly about trading, but somehow I never understood why Waves was so popular there, because we didn't do any efforts. So we didn't do any marketing in Korea. And when we tried, we failed miserably because we don't understand what we should do. So maybe this time is going to be different. There are some plans to add West, Egg, and other tokens and extend treasury. Yeah, in a way, but I think we will have to basically keep XTN the way it is, buy it back with miners, rewards, 1/3 goes to the buyback, and also with a swap to L2MP, and burn it until there is no more XTN, and launch a new token separately. like besides, like beside XTN. So, and in this index, West, Egg, and other tokens will participate. When bull run on the market, the same question in Russian. Yeah, I think bull run is actually, guys, I probably know me. If you don't know me, I'm not like very excited to speak about any bull runs because this is not my thing. This is something I can't have any impact on, unfortunately. So, but I think bull run is still on because what we have now is some correction, and bull run is not over. I think it's not really hard. Maybe we will see some. So my prediction is the following: basically, you won't see a huge bull run in Bitcoin this year. From like, it's pretty clear from different perspectives, technical analysis, also just like market sentiment, because everybody was waiting for this like ETF launch. Now it's like it's done, and sell the news. People are selling the news. And so we might see like Bitcoin going up a bit, a little, maybe going down a little, but it's not gonna go to the moon. But I think the alts, alternative like currencies, cryptocurrencies, including Ethereum, obviously, because it's like the main alt in existence, will actually do pretty well because everybody's expecting Ethereum ETF, and it might actually have a good influence on the other cryptocurrencies. So I think, yeah, we will see some kind of bull run in alts. Sasha, when you DAO, anytime, and yeah, I remember, I messaged you about this idea, which you have. Yeah, let's discuss it on Telegram. Mr. Perks has some nice idea about a real world applications of DAOs and launching some project rather on Power Protocol. Tagged you in Monster Hunt chat. Okay, yeah, maybe if I'm there, I'm just don't remember, man. Any updates on Power DAO? Mm. Mm. I'm thinking what to share with you. No major updates this week, but what I would probably want to tease you about. Yeah, so PowerDAO will also work on units, and the governance on units is going to be based on unit zero, but also on Power token. And this is going to be very important for units, for the ecosystem, because all launches on units will happen through this DAO. As you know, probably I told you this a couple of times, 10% of all inflation of unit zero will be going to the DAO treasury. And you will be able to vote what to do with those funds. For example, give some grants to new projects in return for their tokens. So you vote for some project, which is a good project, of course. And they do some airdrop of their tokens to you. This is some kind of like retro drop campaigns, which will be happening one after the other. They're going to be happening in a quick succession after we launched units. So it's not going to be just a single launch. This is going to be a succession of launches, which hopefully will be happening every week. And the DAO will decide whether we want to support those launches. So it's just going to be some kind of mechanism, some kind of machine that should work for years to come. And this is going to be based on Power Protocol. Yeah, Monster Hunt, I know. Yeah, Vladimir told me. They basically there was some issue with them. Yeah, we can see Vladimir here, puzzled. Voila. Hi, Voila. Yeah. Now I remember Monster Hunt. There was an issue with it. So let them go anywhere they want, basically. Shit, I closed the window again. I'm sorry, guys. Shit. Oh, wait a little bit because I don't understand what's going on. Sorry, I'm like, I'm bad with like the new gadgets, guys. I'm like old. Bear with me. Um, Wait, I have to reopen the page again to read your insightful comments and meaningful questions. Yeah. Привет, Вова. Puzzle Vova is here in the house. Yeah, waste domain is a problem, guys. If there is an issue, if like they don't get back to you until the end of, let's say until the beginning of next week, we will do something in terms of refunds because there is a very strange situation with them and they tell me one thing but do exactly the opposite, So, and I can't figure them out, unfortunately. So I'm kind of like vouching for them, but currently, basically, I vouch for them. But if nothing happens, like within a few days, I think we will proceed with some resolution of the situation because they had to get back to me probably 3 weeks ago, with a full plan for next few months, but nothing happened. So I'm pissed even more than you, obviously. So we will figure it out. And if somebody watches me from the team, guys, from the keeper team, please reach out to me because this is bullshit. And I understand that there have been some issues, but still, guys, this is not the way to deal with anyone. Please. Uh, Stock waves on viewers can be vested now, man. So you can vest them and receive them in XTN, but at 1-to-1 ratio, meaning you don't lose money. You just can't take it if you haven't done it yet because everybody did. But where have you been? And SBT, I replied, it should define when the new Ethereum-based index launches. Uh, How much extent is left? I think it's like it's running out, but most of BTC and Ethereum was converted, except for a few whales that refused to convert, but it is good for smaller guys. So, but all smaller guys, like smaller in terms of like holdings there, not in terms of like height, have converted. After 15 months without updates, which product? Do you know how many total BTC and Ethereum? I think the most of it. Some people just, some usually there was a situation, as you know, with XTN. So and it actually had a very bad impact on BTC, Ethereum as well. So probably some people will not convert, and there is some some accounts with so to say dead tokens, from what I can see. But smaller accounts have mostly converted. No, if you have BTC, you can do vesting, and you don't get it like in one shot, unfortunately, but you get it daily or whenever you can claim from virus, because there is a lot of people claiming. But in any case, you get it at the current market rate, meaning that you don't lose funds. So if you haven't done it yet, you still have time. As Ethereum to 10,000K, this is possible probably. Maybe a bit less. I would say like maybe 5. Waves to $100, yes. Salam alaikum. Alaikum salam. Yeah, Monster Hunter. Now I remember Lola told me there was an issue with them, so let them go wherever they want. Act to 10,000K at least. Oh, I filmed in Primal Base in Amsterdam. Primal Base. Sweet memories. I love you, Sasha. Are you a girl? Hopefully. Because I'm like, I wouldn't like men saying this to me somehow. But I'm very pro LGBT, guys. uh, Explain the situation with an SBT. Man, I replied twice. Neutrino team launches a new product on Ethereum. NSBT and SBT holders will benefit if it launches well. Yeah, so okay. So guys, we have like different communities, not only Russian. And I think like the current trend actually is to speak your local language. And in Russia, they basically suggest stop learning English, but it's not gonna work, guys. This is stupid. So please learn English, because how are we gonna talk to people in Dubai, for example? You know, they start speaking Russian now, really, but not everyone speaks Russian yet. Although, yeah, it's happening. It's happening. People in Dubai started like learning Russians, like waiters, and it's like it's so fun because there is like a huge amount of Russian speaking people here. Yeah. Shit. This is another Vladimir, but it's okay. Yeah, hi, man. Yeah, I understand who you are. Okay, probably. Yeah. Mhm. As for BTC, you can swap them, and you like if you don't want to do that, although I suggest you should do it, man, because this is not a question of receiving your like BTC, physical BTC back. Probably it's about getting your money back, right? The same way you can just sell it immediately and get your BTC back by just buying it. You know, that's it. So if you want to wait for BTC, like real physical, I think it is possible in future, hopefully. Yes, but at least we need to like bring some more liquidity, you know, somehow make sure that that liquidity after the launch of units is a new ecosystem we are launching, can be somehow like converted into this liquidity that can be used to pay people off, you know. So it's gonna take time. But meanwhile, we have this option for BTC, Ethereum holdings. For stablecoins, unfortunately not, because there is not enough XTM. So the focus is on the launch of units, and that could actually help. So let's just wait not too long to wait now. Everybody converted to vesting of the stock BTC into XTN, and they can withdraw XTN every day, sell it, and get their money worth. Please ask somebody from the community. There has been like a lot of announcements. Basically, you can what you can do, it's very easy. You can just send your BTC from WX to virus.finance, and there you will figure it out. You can convert it to vesting, and then you can get your XTM link, but it doesn't matter which token, because you get your money worth. You can get this token daily, you can sell it immediately, and if you want, you can immediately buy BTC and get your BTC back through this. This process is slow. Currently, there is like 500 days waste vesting. If we are able to speed it up in the future, we will do that. But I decided in December that it's better to start with something, because there have been so many delays, and like people were so frustrated. So I think it's a better option than not to have anything. So please do it if you want to start being like refunded. How we will bridge in 0 to L1? It's easy. Like, it's important to mention, in Galka it's gonna be interesting for you, probably because it's like more technical. Those bridging is like a part of the setup. There is not gonna be any like separate bridges. So for example, Pepe bridges will be used to create a connection to external EVM chains, to Ethereum, Polygon, and so on. But internal bridging between different side chains and waves L1 will be done on the consensus level, basically. So this is the strong point here. Yeah, so this is like the selling point, more or less. When do you think we will start retro drop campaign? Either next week or beginning of the week after. If you want, I can DM you a sneak peek now. Just don't share sneak peek now. Don't share it yet. Sure, send me anything you got. Do you have a plan for LTC WG? I think there's a very small amount of it, so that's why it's not our focus yet. But it will be bought back with the fees, probably with the fees. Yes, I think from WX. No, man, it's not true. So like people are asking about BTC conversion, and they mentioned that currently it is traded at quarter of a price, but I'm not suggesting you sell it on WX. You can do vesting. If you want to sell. Okay. But this is not what I suggested. You can convert and get your money worth, like one-to-one. What about stables? Yes. Currently you could have swapped them to L2MP. Not everyone did actually. Now it's over. So you guys, you had half a year. So you basically didn't believe me, but it's okay. Yeah, okay. So now it's over. Staking is over. You can do that. You can swap to XTN still, and from XTN you can go to L2MP and to UN0 eventually. So the plan for stables that are stuck in Virus basically remains the same. So they can be converted to XTN currently. doesn't make much sense because XTN is cheap. So we have to wait until we have launched units. It might increase XTN price. It might provide us with some like additional liquidity to sort things out. But it's going to be based on the same thing, more or less, I think. It's going to be based on vesting into XTN. XTN can be further vested or swapped into L2MP. And those things should provide this like exit liquidity, you know, over time. I understand that it has been taken too long. This is true, yeah, but the plan remains the same, and we have to just execute. You know, so if the plan took longer than we expected, it doesn't mean that the plan failed. Probably execution has not been stellar, but the plan makes sense, and we just need to deliver. So this is what we're gonna do. О чем он говорит? Я говорю о жизни. Some Russian question, some reply in answer. Can I message here in Russian? Okay, please go ahead. I don't care. I will translate for the audience, but I will reply in English because we have to have like one common language, guys. It can be anything. I don't know, but for now it's English. Is there a way to see on chain how much exactly is left in XTN waiting to be converted to vesting? Yes, you can check. There is this big account on Virus which has assumed all bad debt, and you can track this account's holdings. Basically, the vested XTN for those conversions is being taken from that account, so it's easy to find actually. What about gateway stables? For now, we are buying back with the fees from WX, and there's no other way, guys, at the moment. What we need to do, we need to increase those fees, and we just can't do it. But once again, let's see how we launch units, because this launch can be very important and can basically be some kind of like watershed moment, you know, for the ecosystem. So if we do it right, you will see the results, and those results will be like for everything, you know. So you will see some results in terms of like resolving the situation with stock liquidity on Virus. Also, we will figure out how to resolve the situation WX faster. So this should actually provide us with huge injection of liquidity, new community members, and those things should actually help us out. Otherwise, it's going to be harder, and it's going to take more time. So let's focus on this launch. It's not going to take too much time now. So basically, ETA is March. So it's coming. When will XTN reach $1 again? The buyback is quite slow. You are right. I mentioned this, but like I can explain again. There is two streams here to maintain XTN price. Besides using treasury funds to buy it back, which is not sustainable because those funds can be depleted. So there is two streams: miners buyback and swap to L2MP. Now swap to MP can become very important because the campaign is starting soon, and that might impact the price of L2MP very beneficially. In this case, it's going to make sense to swap from XTN to L2MP. And this should actually decrease the free float of XTN, and combined with the buyback from the miners, it should increase XTN price. And XTN will be bought back like consistently until there is no more of it, you know. So the buying pressure should be constant over some time, guys. So I don't know how much time it's gonna take, but maybe a year, maybe more. But yeah, XTN buyback won't be over until it's over, until there is no more XTN left. And in terms of price, yeah, this constant buy pressure can actually move the price higher to $1. Did Alameda convert to LTNP? No, they didn't actually. So this is a question. I'm not sure like the current status. I haven't been in touch with them. They can do that if they have like access. This is the question, whether they have access. You know, there is some liquidator, trustee, whatever you call it, some company that handles the liquidation of their assets. So they should have access. You know, we can't give them access because it's DeFi, basically. We don't know their seed. So I think they haven't converted. And it begs the question why. Maybe they don't have the seed, you know. Yeah, some kind words in Russian. Спасибо. У нас должно получиться. Jiren sent me a DM. I will check. So guys, some more questions and we're gonna wrap it up for today. What else should I share with you? Yeah, I was in Switzerland, but I shared, yeah. I participated in a pretty good conference in Davos. There was like this panel session about L2MP, or L2MP, L2, yeah, L2 side chains, L2 protocols. Very actually enlightening because I understood the current mood, you know, because people are very technologically savvy now in crypto. So I enjoyed the discussion. Maybe I have some other ideas about the ideology, but you know, engineers are engineers. When they're good, you know. So, and we have a lot of good engineers now in crypto. I'm not an engineer, but I can appreciate the art of engineering. Although both of my parents are engineers, so probably I have some like genes, you know. So, yeah, so good discussion. As for the rest of what was happening in Davos, I didn't really care. It's just like I think this event is kind of dying from what I've seen because I've been there maybe 3 or 4 times and there is less people now there. Yeah. So yes, what else should I tell you? Neutrino index will launch, I think, in February. Yeah. Numeris, because I should be involved in this, unfortunately, because no one else can push it, you know, for now. So I think after we have launched units. What about West progress? Good question. Good question. Yes, man. Thank you. They're waiting for the swap of wrapped waves tokens for West because they have to be swapped. And after that, there's going to be a public launch of Orient. This is the governance token of East stablecoin. And there is this stablecoin project in Latin America that I hope will launch. There is some financial institution, payment system actually. They want to launch a stable coin, like a local stable coin for Latin America. And we are working with them. So I think West is gonna do fine because why actually? Because I was involved in West business development because there was this discussion with KuCoin where West is listed about the prospects of this coin, and I was like very involved in this, and I was able to persuade them that West will do fine. So now my goal is to make it work out, basically. Yeah, so this is like, and West is a very old project. It has faced so many different situations during its existence, so it just can't be like forgotten. It will last. How is Pepper Team doing? I think they're doing great. I'm talking to them every day because they're going to be involved in the retro drop campaign, and I think units launch will launch a lot of things besides units, because Pepper bridges are great. They are very like they're constructed very well, I would say, from development perspective. So I think it's time to push them. And my goal is to push not only units, but all the projects within Waves now. So I think some other projects will participate, not only Pepe, but some other projects as well. And this is going to be some like synergy between different projects, and units will launch not only units itself, but it will give a push to some established Waves projects. How WXDAO going in your opinion? Not well at the moment. Yeah, we need to increase the volumes on WX. Really, I'm thinking how to do that. Have a lot of ideas, but I'm just trying to like settle on an idea that can turn things around quickly, like give some volume, so like fast. Maybe it's the wrong approach. Maybe we could just figure out the long-term plan and just execute it maybe over like several months, and that would increase the volumes, but not immediately. Maybe in some like half a year. But I'm always trying to like come up with something that could work out fast. Sometimes probably it's not the best approach, But I do have several nice ideas. I want to discuss them with WX team. And as you probably know, they are launching synthetics. And those synthetics can be actually expanded to derivatives. And in this case, WX will become a derivative trading platform that should increase volumes significantly. And it can be done actually rather fast. And I have some other ideas about like aggregating liquidity on Waves chain from centralized exchanges on top of WX, but that should be discussed further. Okay. Any words on WX synthetics? Yeah, I think next week you will see the testnet. It's on the stage now currently. Internal testnet. Phoenix, good questions. Always appreciate your questions. Thank you. Okay, guys. So what's gonna happen next week? Some teaser. Yes. So I didn't mention this project for a while, but they're launching finally. We have our convex. So Stake Booster is launching on Monday, they told me. And what is Stake Booster? This is what convex is to curve. Stake Booster is convex to WX. Basically, it allows you to wrap your WX, receive some token which is tradable, so you don't have to lock your WX forever. So you do lock it, but you get some token which you can sell if you want. and it will allow liquidity boosting without locking your XX. It will allow voting without locking your XX. This is convex. This is Waves convex, more or less. And it's launching on Monday. I think it should be very good for WX. Because people have been complaining about this WX lock forever, so this is like a constant problem because WX fell in price like a rock, and people hate this fact and they can't like unlock it. So this is a problem. But now there is this like option not to lock your WX, but just to lock it actually, but to get some token in return for locking it. And this is what they're gonna do. So this should actually increase the demand for WX, should positively impact WX price, and should provide more incentives for people to actually hold WX, trade on WX, and deal with WX in general, So it's launching on Monday, probably. They told me, yeah, so they have they did an IDO, basically, some kind of like small token sale in summer on WX. And now they have done everything. They've made everything. So they have this product which can be launched, and they're launched on Monday. So stay tuned. I think we will see some boost to the activity on WX as well. And otherwise, what else is going to happen next week? Hopefully, I think like 80% probability is that we will resolve the issues with 1.5 and it will be launched finally. And definitely the marketing plan for retro drop and influencer campaign for units will be finalized. If we are able to start the campaign itself next week, I can't really tell you, but I will do my best. So that's it. We are moving forward. Units is coming. Unit 0 is coming. Be excited. Okay. Who can tell me from which movie is this race? Be excited. If you're like a movie buff. Full videos. This man is a scammer. I lost all my money with WX. Man. Okay. Stay tuned. You're gonna get your money back if you did. I don't delete them. Okay, guys. So last one question about XTN, and then I will do my like part of the people's speech. XTN free float is small. A lot of XTN is locked in VRs, but free float is very small. Why XTN price is low? Because buyback is not so huge. This is a problem. If Waves price was higher, the buyback value would increase considerably. But free float of XTN is very small. I would say that it's like around 10 to 20 million in the market. Pete will fly. Last question about Pete. Pete will fly. Just wait. Okay, guys. So I'm done for today. Thank you very much. I love you all, including the worst of fathers, people who have been experiencing issues with Waves. Guys, I apologize once again. No problem to apologize, of course. So we are working to resolve this, and we do that by launching new, interesting, exciting projects, and they're coming very soon. Power to the people, ride on Waves. Till next week, have a nice